Hey, what is going on, my fellow godlies and Warframe enthusiasts around the world? I am Vance from Warframe God Builds, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Loki Prime. Admittedly, I just didn't put a whole lot of effort into him when I first released him in the God Builds series, and it was because, you know, there was an entire nation obnoxiously chanting, Loki Master Race, Loki Master Race. And I can see why. It was primarily because any build will work with him so long as you rely on your invisibility and your disarm. Nevertheless, I decided that I was going to release this ReForged video, and I just wish that I had hesitated a little bit with the God Builds ReForged Rhino because Digital Extremes released new mods, and one of those mods I wanted to include in the Rhino build, but thankfully I can include this new mod here in the Loki build, and that's the Savior Decoy, which works very similar to the Oberon's Phoenix Renewal. So if you are running the God Builds Loki setup, I would suggest, if you want to, of course, swapping out your Savior Decoy with Stretch, and then moving Stretch up to your Polarity slot that you have the Constitution set into. Now this will sacrifice the 28% power duration, but it will make it so your decoy can take lethal damage for you and prevent you from going down. So you trade a little bit of duration off for, you know, a get out of death free card. But for me, I think I'm just gonna stick with my Constitution and my Stretch. That's just my personal preference. However, you can run with that. This right here isn't really important. As long as you got a setup kind of looking very similar to this, you'll be okay. Like I said, rely mostly on your invisibility and your disarm. But where this build excels is the melee weapon that we chose to use. Cost Assist is a brilliant weapon all on its own. Digital Extremes definitely deserve some praise for this, because even after they nerf it, it's still good. It's just still such a great weapon. Now listen, Cost Assist is great because of the synergy it provides to Warframes that benefit from stealth, such as Loki, Ashe, Excalibur, Avara, etc., so on and so forth. I'm not quite exactly sure how these multipliers work with the new meta. I do know that you multiply your damage whenever you're stealth and you have a stat build on your melee. So what you're going to want to do with the Cost Assist is use your charge attack, and you're going to get a couple of benefits from this. You're going to be laying down toxic pools, which will continuously do damage over time to enemies that it comes in contact with. And if you're close enough when you do the charge attack, you're going to be pretty much one-shot it, because it's just going to do a truck ton of damage, as I demonstrated in the top 10 most undefeatable combinations in Warframe. This is something that I swear by, and if you remember correctly, way back when I released the Loki Prime God Builds initially, I was talking about how I wanted to make my Loki run on offense, you know, be somebody that can assassinate people and do damage from stealth. And I used Hiku Prime to do that back then, but I don't know if Hiku Prime has been nerfed or if enemies have been buffed. Regardless, Hiku Prime just isn't doing what Cost Assist will do in this setup, so everything that I changed wasn't really to do with Loki's build. It's still viable. It's just the melee that you choose to use, which I highly suggest Cost Assist. You could use something like Atarax, but I mean, the Cost Assist has great benefits, primarily because of that toxin pool. It just leaves, I mean, just think about the combination of radial disarm, you know, enemies clubbing the hell out of each other, and then toxic pools, you know, opening them up to finishers, and the truckloads of damage that it provides. It's just a really good setup. It definitely has my seal of approval. So if you like this video, it always helps if you leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.